Hi, it's Jan Beta, and as you can see I have another ZX Spectrum here that it has seen a lot. This was actually donated to me by a colleague's father, and it was his very first computer. He learned programming on this and stuff, and yeah, he held it very dear. So I promised to take good care of it and to not mishandle it. And yeah, I think it has been. Yeah, there have been repairs on this, and it supposedly is a 16K. This is the green serial number, if you're interested. I don't know what that is. Whoa, there have been. Okay, somebody. Looks like the holes are just burned through there with the soldering iron and stuff to reach the. I think it's the keyboard connectors there. On the other side as well, probably. No, there's nothing in there actually. Maybe that was missed. So thanks for donating this. I am going to try my best to not ruin this and take good care of it. And maybe this works still. It supposedly worked the last time it was used, which was probably many years ago maybe. It's lying in the basement. And yeah, the same person also donated a whole lot of very interesting stuff that I'm not gonna spoil now, but there's gonna be quite some videos on that. But first of all, let's take a look inside. I think there was one screw missing and, well, okay, so the keyboard connectors just instantly cracked off. Okay, wow. There have been some mods here. I think the keyboard connector was repaired before with some epoxy and another connector soldered on here that the ribbon was put into. Okay, and it appears to be an issue 2 board, which is written here, 2. Seems to be it's been upgraded from the 16K to 48K, I presume, with these extra chips that are all nicely socketed here. Some are not really seated in the. Interestingly, not really tightly seated in their sockets here. I think these are the original 16K, and here's another couple of kilobytes RAM. Nice. So, yeah, it also has some watch stuff here, but I think that's a normal factory mod there. I think I can remove these safely, and I'm probably gonna put in a new membrane altogether. And the connectors seem okay. So yeah, there's one little screw holding it in. Can as well take out the whole board here. Let's see if this powers up. I think what I am going to do, because I don't have an analog TV, I am going to hook up I'm going to pop the lid off here, and I'm going to do my little preliminary composite mod, which is connecting the picture on this and the ground to the shielding here with some crocodile clips or alligator clips or whatever they are called around the world. Okay, here's my trademark quick composite mod. Ground goes to this and just clips on the RCA plug here, and the signal goes to the center pin of the RCA plug from the it's on the back, the cable. There's two lines going into the modulator, and one is 5 volts and the other one is the video signal. So here's what we get. It's blinking. It's not too bad, I guess. So we are at 9 volts approximately. So that should be a pretty clean supply of 9 volts there. And we're drawing 700 milliamps. Okay, so let's get some voltages. Got this running by plugging in the plug because it doesn't have a power plug. This should be ground, the big shielding, and this should be 5 volts. Yeah, which it is. 4.96 something on the regulator, so the regulator is probably fine. Yeah, and also the picture got a bit better. Look at this. It's a bit blue and there's some color stuff going on there. But yeah, it's not too bad, I guess. I'll give this a cleaning and then see if that helps, maybe. And it might just be a matter of adjusting the ports here. Oh yeah, that's better. We got rid of the flicker there. It's a bit blue, but that might just be the little pots there that need adjustment. So I'm trying to get both of this into the picture, which is not easy. Yeah, and basically I'm trying to adjust these pots here, which are, I think, for the video. Yeah, so that's going brighter. Doing something nice. Oh, that's yellow. Okay. So that's pretty yellow. Okay, so here's what we get. I don't know. Can you see it? Yeah, here it is. It's pretty blue. And that's approximately how it looks in reality. It's really blue and it's yeah, it seems to work, but the picture color is off. So let me investigate what that might be. I would guess it's one of the little transistors on there. I hope it's nothing, but yeah, reseating the RAM and all the chips at least fixed the flicker we had and stuff. So now it's pretty stable and looks pretty close, but not perfect. So I looked around on the interwebs a bit, and apparently it is a matter of adjusting VR1 and VR2, the little pots I adjusted before to change the color. And yeah, I found that if you have a scope, it's supposedly a matter of seconds to do so. You just have to find the position of the pots with the least oscillation. You have to connect the scope like I connected my crocodile clamps there on the composite lead there, and ground obviously. So yeah, let's try that, I guess. Okay, so I've hooked up both the scope and the screen there. So let's try and adjust this like before, yes. It's a very small sweet spot there. It's very small. It's a very fine line. So something like this, I guess. Let's see if it stays stable. Yeah, the picture quality is not very good. But that's how it is. That's it, I guess. It stays the same, it seems. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is to make my composite mod permanent here. I'm just gonna clip the supply, which is this wire here, to the modulator. And I am going to connect this to the center pin of this little RCA socket, which is an RCA socket, so the composite lead can get into there. And I don't have an analog TV anymore, so yeah, it's probably a good idea to permanently composite mod this. And yeah, it's an easy way to do it. There are other ways, but I found this is pretty convenient, and it's the easiest way. You just have to remove the little resistor there and bend it to the side, which I'm gonna do. I did a whole video on this, so I'm gonna link that in, and you can watch that to see it in detail. I'm just gonna do it here and fast forward a bit. If you are interested in doing this yourself, you can watch my video where I explain this in detail. So here we go. So, and it's done. That's our composite mod. So let's see if it works. And put in our connector directly there. Contact. And there we are. There's our screen there. Okay, so that went pretty well so far. So let's take a look at the keyboard, shall we? The convenient ZX Spectrum rubber keyboard. And we definitely have to get this all out here. Yeah, you can just break it off. We have to replace the membrane anyway, so I think I have to pry this out some way or the other. I'm a bit sorry to replace this, but it's not. This is not a good permanent repair. So I have ordered a new membrane. It should be here soon. So this seems to be the old version. The other Spectrum I have has the little metal tabs on the keyboard that just they are going through the plastic, and you bend them, and they hold the shield here in place, the metal cover here. So this one has been taped together. I can probably tape it again, or use some double-sided tape to hold it in place, I guess. So I am carefully removing the tape. Really nice silver tape here. Doesn't look too bad, actually. From the bottom. It's near impossible to get it off without bending it, I guess. bend it as little as possible. There we go. Well, okay. So this is taped around there. Just taped around there. So we can probably glue it back. I think we can just wash this. And here's our old membrane. I've also done a video on replacing the membrane, so I won't tell this in detail here. I'm washing this under with some water, I guess, some soap. And this as well, and maybe the whole case can use some water. Okay, so here's the new membrane. This is the envelope here. I hope. Ah, there we are. And it looks very much like the original one. This is from Retroleum Co. UK. I will link that in down below. Very good supplier of spare parts for old computers like Commodore 64. Yeah, and it also comes with some nice instructions how to repair. So I recommend retroleum.co.uk. I will link that in below. It's Phil. He's quite a nice guy also, and he knows a lot about old computers and sells spare parts that you otherwise don't get conveniently, like single keycaps for the Commodore 64 and the Spectrum and stuff like that. Okay, so I let this dry, and yeah, I cleaned it quite thoroughly. It doesn't look too bad. I think I always get this wrong. No, I got it right the first time. You basically can't put it in there the wrong way around, because all these little standoffs here are fitting the holes in the membrane. So and then you have to, yeah, you have it coming out there. You can basically reassemble the whole thing. And I think I'm going to bend it a bit inwards to only ever so slightly, so it makes good contact there. And yeah, I don't know how I will get this fixed fully here, but I hope I can just heat it up a bit or something, and it's gonna stick again. Oh, it doesn't stick too bad, actually. So yeah, that's not too bad at all. I think maybe I'll give it some treatment with a hairdryer or something. But yeah, that's quite nice. And so I think I should reassemble the whole thing to test it, so it has some integrity. So I am inserting this carefully. I need some more light here. And yeah, it still works. Yeah, and the keyboard works. So yeah, that fixed the keyboard membrane. So I'm going to reassemble it and test it thoroughly. Okay, so let's test it, shall we? Got the diff MMC Future running here. Okay, let's see. There we have our SD card, and I made a little okay, testing the RAM. Oh, there's 15 errors. So the upper RAM doesn't seem to be all that good. Okay, the lower RAM might just be alright. So yeah, that works. the RAM, lower RAM. So I looked around a bit on the internet and I found this Diagnostics Tape that D. Smith and B. Alford made, and they are on GitHub. I will link that in the description as well. This is meant for use on cartridges, so you can troubleshoot spectrums where the ROM doesn't work too. But they also provide a tape version, which I loaded from my diff MMC Future. And yeah, it works no problem, obviously. And yeah, it has, as expected, it has upper RAM faults. And it tells me to check IC19, which is one of the RAM chips, I believe. So I'm gonna do that and replace it with a Commodore 64 RAM I have lying around somewhere. So the diagnostics told me to have a look at IC19. Let's remove the keyboard again. That's a bit of a pain to always remove this to get access to the innards here. And IC19 is, I believe, this one here. So this may be the faulty RAM chip. And these are 4532 chips. 4532, yes. And they are pin compatible with, luckily, with the 4164 chips the Commodore 64 uses, which I have some, because I repair Commodore 64s a lot, as you might have guessed. A lot. I repaired 2 or 3 Commodore 64s in the past, so I have some of the RAM chips because it's a common failure on those too. Yeah, I'm gonna replace it with one of these and see if that fixes it, maybe. So, right, so that goes in there. I don't even know if you can mix these, but you should probably be able to. So I'm closing this again and attaching the keyboard again. Test RAM. There's my diagnostics running. And I'm running it in soak test. Upper RAM. Walk test, passed. Upper RAM inversion test, pass. That looks pretty good. 48K RAM test pass, testing completed. So that seems to have fixed it. It really was. That was kind of easy. Good thing I found this diagnostics. So I hope this is now fixed. So let's try to play some games and stuff. So let's try some Bangladesh. We are Bangladesh. And we will want to go with Kempston. Press fire to continue. There we are. This actually plays a lot like the Commodore 64 version, although the graphics are a bit less colorful, and the scrolling's not good and stuff like that. It's not good on the Commodore 64 either. It's a bit smoother, but this isn't a game with good scrolling at all. So it actually plays quite alright on the Specky. But as you can see, the scrolling, I can run faster than the scrolling is going, so yeah. Not very good design, I guess. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope to see you again sometime. if you feel the terrible urge to support me, which is of course highly appreciated, and I want to thank everybody who supports me or supported me in the past, really helps a lot, and it's a form of appreciation that is appreciated by me. So you can check out my Patreon page, which is a good way to support me. You can check out the video description where there's other ways to support me. You can ask me if I need stuff that you have, old computer stuff, or some other donations are always nice. And I'm interested in broken stuff as well, so yeah. Yeah. Follow me on Twitter, give this video a thumbs up, that helps a lot. Subscribe to this channel, there's gonna be more like this on here. Yeah, spread the word, spread some love. I'm Jan Beta. See you next time. Bye. So where is the exit? Look at that, I'm miles ahead of the screen.